Hello there! I am Slash Raptor. Welcome to another season of Game On. In this season, we're going to be playing Pokemon Shield version. I don't know if you can see it. Now, my game of choice was actually Pokemon Sword, which I beat 3 times, and I used a different starter each time. And now I have Pokemon Shield here because I know that there are different gym leaders and different Pokemon that I didn't have access to in Sword. But this is also going to be my very first attempt at a legitimate Nuzlocke. I know that when I did my Platinum Unlock Challenge, what I technically was supposed to do was do the unlock part of it as well as follow all of the normal rules of a Nuzlocke, and I didn't. I only did the part about unlocking things as you get gyms, and then I made the wildcard thing just to make it a little bit more interesting. So technically, I shouldn't have put the E at the end of that challenge because the lock, L-O-C-K-E, means that it's going to be a Nuzlocke, as well as whatever else you put in the beginning. So that's why I have dubbed this season of Game On a HALFLOCKE challenge, where anytime a Pokemon faints in battle, except for a couple of exceptions that we'll get to later, it is considered dead, and I'm not allowed to use it anymore. I will be moving it into a box full of dead Pokemon, but I'm not restricted in how I catch new Pokemon. So, the only 2 times where a Pokemon fainting does not actually count as a death is either during a Dynamax battle while exploring the wild area, because you can faint in there without any consequences and then you'll come back in a couple of turns, or if it happens off-screen, meaning that if I'm not actually recording that when a Pokemon dies, like maybe if I'm, doing some training in between episodes, if a Pokemon faints at that point, then it doesn't count because you can't see it, and then that defeats the purpose of it being a death. So with all that out of the way, let's not waste any more time and get started playing Pokemon Shield version. So I'm going to switch you guys over to the Switch. Actually, it's probably sitting there. I don't know how I'm going to edit this. But this is, as you can see, this is the first time that I've actually recorded myself while doing this. So let's open up Pokemon Shield version. So we're going to go English, and I'm going to go with the girl, because the Scottish trainer, for one thing, and also because I don't like the boy. The boy kind of looks weird, and I also hate how all of his backpacks are completely rectangular. They look like Lego backpacks, and it irks me. So we're going to go with the Scottish trainer because she's adorable, and I'm going to name her Elizabeth, which I think is a very pretty name, and I would like to someday make that the name of one of my daughters. Elizabeth. And it also kind of sounds British, because, Galar is based on the UK. Yes, this is correct. Registration complete. Your progress will be in this game, blah, 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 blah. We don't care. Are we supposed to be able to read those letters in the bottom right corner? I think that's like the Galarian language. Sometimes the letters look like normal enough that you can see it, but for the most part, it doesn't look like anything to me. Fireworks. Ooh. Oh, it's this guy. Can I just point out, what the hell kind of name is Rose for a guy? You don't name a guy Rose, just like you don't name a girl Scott. It's just like, it's not a girl name. Well, I mean, it's not a guy name. Like, there are some names that go both ways, like Ashley, Patricia, or like Pat, like Patrick or Patricia, or, what are some other ones that they have? Like Jessie, but you spell it differently if it's for a girl, because then it's short for Jessica, and then there's Jessie without the I, so it's J-E-S-S-E. And interestingly enough, the song Jessie's Girl has it misspelled because it's spelled the female way, so it makes it seem like Jessie is a lesbian, but Jessie is actually a guy who has a girlfriend, and he wants the girlfriend for himself. Anyway, our beloved Galar region is a wonderful place with thriving nature, beautiful cities, and many Pokemon with which we share our lives. I hate how this thing doesn't auto-scroll because it makes there be really huge pauses in the audio. Ugh, that thing always... I don't know. I don't like that thing. It looks like a weird, demented rubber elephant thing. You know, like how they've got rubber duckies? This thing looks like a demented rubber elephant. These Pokemon are all around us, in the sea, and the sky, and even with us in our towns. And those of us who choose to raise and train Pokemon to do battle and compete, we call Pokemon trainers. Ah, so I guess it's possible to have Pokemon and not be a Pokemon trainer. I don't know what the point of having Pokemon is if you're not going to train them, though. Oh, but I'm getting carried away. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rose, and it is a pleasure to be here. Now turn your gaze to the Galar region's greatest Pokemon trainer, your undefeated champion. I feel like calling him undefeated is unnecessary. If he's still If he's still the champion, then that obviously means he's not defeated. Because as soon as he loses, somebody else will be the champion. Like, that's what champion means. You can't, like, undefeated champion is a redundant term. It's time for Champion Leon's exhibition match. Dum 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 dum. He appears in a thing of fireworks. Yes. Why is his beard a different color than his hair? Oh yes, it is Charizard, I remember. Leon was actually really easy. This game is actually very easy. The only time I ever had any trouble was during the Rayhan battle, because a lot of his dragons know moves that cover other weaknesses that you wouldn't expect them to. Like, I was using a fire type, or I don't know, whatever. I did have a little bit of trouble nearing the end, but for the most part, I basically just beat the entire game without any difficulties at all. Pokémon Shield. The reason why I went with Sword is because I thought that Zacian was cooler than Zem and Zetsa, and also because it just as a coincidence, as I was going through all the games, it just so happens that usually the game that I choose has a red color. Like, I chose Ruby over Sapphire, I chose Fire Red over Leaf Green, and then I chose, except Diamond and Pearl, that doesn't count. I chose Diamond over Pearl, and then I also had Platinum. I chose White over Black, and then I chose Black too because I already had White. And then I went with Y, and then I went with Sun, and then I went with and then I went with Y, then I went with Omega Ruby, and then I went with Sun, and then I went with Ultramoon. So out of all of those, I usually end up with a box that has like a red or an orange or kind of a pinkish red game in it. So so I was kind of interested when I saw that I actually thought that Zacian looked cooler because he's associated with the blue box art instead of that. But because I've already played Sword 3 times, I didn't want to play Sword again, so I went to EB earlier today and I picked up this specifically to do this challenge with. If we can beat it before 7 days, then I can return it for a full cash refund, but I'm not holding my breath. And hopefully this camera isn't going to die soon, because I don't know how to keep it charging while I'm actually recording with it. But we'll see. Hello, hello! Ah, that your flash new phone? What? Oh, I guess that's British slang. I don't know. Were you watching Lee's exhibition match on it? Bet you can't cheer him on with your hands full. You know, the only way to properly cheer on Lee would be with his famous Charizard pose. What's his Charizard pose? Hop, didn't expect to see you here today, dear. Isn't this the big day? Yeah, that's exactly why I came running over to get Elizabeth. Never mind watching the game now. I've got it recording at home anyway. I record all my brother's matches. Come with me, Elizabeth. He should be here any minute. And Lee always brings presents when he visits, so I wouldn't forget that bag if I were you. Now, I've got to run. See you at mine later. Yay! We're going to Lee's house. Okay, so here we go. First and foremost, let's do some changes here. We're going to go fast, and I want it to automatically send it to... I don't want to use the gyroscope. The casual controls can be off, and we'll leave skip movies off because... yeah. Okay, confirm. Yes. Lovely. Okay, so let's head out here, and we're gonna get my bag. See, like, that looks like an actual bag. I like it. She's just so adorable. I usually go with the girl trainers, just because they're just so cute. Yeah, I know how to play the game. Leave me alone. This is not my first rodeo there, Pokémon Shield. Hop is waiting for you. Better get outside. But what if I don't want to meet Hop? And what the hell kind of name is Hop for a person? I know that Leon is short for, like, his name is, like, derived from the term dandelion, so dandelion. But what about Hop? Hop is just Hop. But his name is the same in Japanese as it is in English. Look at you, Elizabeth. That old bag looks like it could pull you over. At least we know that it should hold anything Lee might bring, even if it's as big as a Snorlax. Seriously doubt that a Snorlax would fit in my little bag. A Wooloo? But what's it doing there? Can't you see it's tackling the fence? pretty obvious there, Hop. You silly Wooloo, I see what you're up to. Don't you go using tackle on the fencing. Now you listen. No going past that fence. No. Everyone knows there are scary Pokemon living in the Slumbering World. Meh? Now that that's taken care of, how about it, Elizabeth? Let's race. But I can make it to my house first. What with you lugging about that big old bag. Oh yes, and also, as is probably the norm, the Nuzlocke doesn't technically start until after I receive my first set of Pokeballs. So, there is that to keep in mind. Hopefully this battery will last long enough for me to record whatever I need, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. If it doesn't hold all the way through this episode, then I'll see if I can get it plugged in so that it will hold throughout the next episode. I also might not keep this if I don't like the way it looks, because I sit at a weird angle when I'm playing these games, because the mic is here, so you can't see it, but oh well. Mum, is he here? There you are at last, Hop. Oh, and you brought along Elizabeth. Hello, dear. Yeah, but where's Lee? Have you got him crammed out in a cupboard? He's still not here yet for the 100th time. Honestly, Hop, you must learn some patience. He's probably only just arrived at the station in Wedgehurst. Then that's where I'm going. You know Lee is hopeless with directions. I'll make sure he doesn't get lost on the way. How can he get lost? It's literally a straight line. And if he's so bad with directions, then how did he find his way to all the different gyms to become the champion in the first place? Oh, will you? Yes, that probably is for the best. You've got to come with, Elizabeth. You've still never met my big brother, right? You can't miss out on your chance to meet the undefeated champion. I'll wait for you on the route. Route, both are correct. So you'll probably notice that I switch between them just because I forget which one I was using last. Route or route. Let's get a move on. Only remember, Elizabeth, wild Pokemon could come out of nowhere if you walk through patches of tall grass. I've got my Wooloo with me, so I'm ready for battles against wild Pokemon, of course. But not you, Elizabeth, so we'll steer clear of the tall grass as we go. Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in my face. I don't know why he tells you not to go in the tall grass. Even without Pokemon, it wouldn't let me go in the tall grass. See, look. I can't even get in there in the first place. So he doesn't need to rub it in my face that I don't have a Pokemon. It would make more sense if anytime I tried, he would just be, no, you don't have a Pokemon. Come on, let's go to Wedgehurst. Why did they have to give Leon a Charizard? You don't even find Charizards in Galar. The only reason that Charizard, Charmeleon, and Charmander are in the Galar Pokedex is because Leon has a Charizard, so they had to put them in there, but I don't think you can actually find them in the game. Hello, Wedgehurst. Your champion, Leon, is back. I promise I'll keep doing my best to deliver the greatest battles for you all to watch. It's our unbeatable champion. Leon, you and the Charizard are the greatest. Well, thank you for that. I hope you'll all carry on training up your Pokemon and never shy from battle. Then come challenge me for the champion title. We're on it. We've all been working on our battle skills just like you've taught us to, Lee. Lag. But that Charizard of yours is too strong for the likes of us to take on. Too true, the Charizard is blazingly strong, but other Pokemon can be strong as well. That's why I want the strongest of challengers to fill the gym challenge and come battle me. My wish is for Galar's trainers to work together to become the strongest in all the world. Grawr! Lee! Hop! So my #1 fan in all the world has come out of his way to pick me up. Look at you, Hop. I reckon you've grown exactly 1.25 inches since the last time I saw you. Bingo! That's the sort of sharp eye that's kept you undefeated for so long, eh, Lee? And these bright eyes over here... I've got it. You must be Elizabeth. Am I right? I've heard loads about you from my little brother. I'm the Galar region's greatest ever Pokemon champion, and a massive Charizard fan, too. People call me the unbeatable Leon. Yes, we know. You've been called that like 6 times so far. Come on, Lee. And you, Elizabeth. I bet I can beat the both of you back home. Well, of course you can, because I can't even start moving until after you're already gone. That Hop always wanted to be the best, isn't he? With a proper rival of his own, I'd bet he'd push himself to become something truly special. Well, everyone, I bid you farewell for today, but don't you fret. I'll always be around to make sure everyone in Galar can have a champion time. Such a dumb catchphrase. Run, Leon, run! Yay! Alright, so now here we are outside of Hop's house again. Come on, Lee, you promised us a present, so out with it. You brought Elizabeth and me Pokemon. You did, didn't you? I know you must have. Right then, the greatest gift from the greatest champion. It's showtime, everyone! I'm going with Grookey. Grookey was the one that I fell in love with the second I saw the first trailers for Sword and Shield, and it was the one that I went with for my first playthrough, and I loved it. I loved the entire evolution line. Grookey is just so cute. Scorbunny wasn't bad. I didn't really like Sobble. A lot of people think Sobble's cute. I thought he was kind of derpy looking. And I hate how skinny Inteleon's limbs are. It just irks me. He's just like, he's like a stick figure. Like, I like the design idea of him being a secret agent, but he needs to have, like, limbs that aren't just, like, paper thin. It just, ugh. See, look at that. How can you not love Grookey? He's drumming on a little berry. It's adorable. And then the berry falls in the water, makes Sobble cry for some reason, and then watch what Grookey does. He comes down and he drums on the floor to calm him down. That's so cute! It's so freaking cute. I love it. Alright, I already know exactly who I'm choosing. Okay, so... Go on, you pick first. I've already got my Wooloo, after all. Then how come you get another Pokemon? That's not fair. I only have one, and you have two. Alright, so we're gonna save just in case we get a bad roll or a female starter. Alright, here we go. The Grass-type Pokemon Grookey, eh? It's soothing, like a nice long walk in the woods. The Grass Pokemon Grookey, is it? Yes. Yes, it is. You chose Grookey! Because he's just so cute. Oh, it is a girl. Damn it. Alright. Reload. They seem to have horrible luck getting female starters, which is apparently pretty rare, but it doesn't matter if you get a girl starter because you can still breed with a male. It just irks me. I don't... You already know by now, if you've seen my other Pokemon playthroughs, that some Pokemon I don't care about, but there are some Pokemon that just look like they should be male, and some that look like they should be female, some that are female that because they look like they should be, some that are male because they look like they should be. It's just weird. Like, those Impidimps, I would think that should be male, and of course, all Impidimps are male. There are no females, so how do they make more if they're all boys? Well, in the words of whatever his name is, what's his name? I forgot his name. Jeff Goldblum. Jesus, I forgot his name. I had a total brain fart. Life finds a way. Alright, let's try this again. Once more with feeling. See if I can get myself a male. Man, all this talking makes me really thirsty. It's annoying. Yes, I would like to give it a nickname. Ah, that's better. Now we will name him Ringo, because he is a drummer, and Ringo Starr is the drummer of the Beatles. I don't think I should have to explain that to you guys. High five! Awesome. So it'll be Grookey for you. Nice one. Then I'll go with Sobble. You're mine. I'm aiming to be the next champion, so be ready. You and I will be doing some serious training. Wooloo is huge for such a little... for just such a weak Pokemon. I bet you will be, Hop. That's why I brought along these Pokemon for you and Elizabeth. So the two of you can battle and train and grow stronger together to try and reach me. And you'll come with me. What do you need two fire types for? Charizard will show you the ropes. He's strict, but real strong and real kind, too. Alright, enough of all this trainer nonsense for one night. Dinner's ready, children. Bring along your Pokemon and let's all eat. Waiting. Oh, there we go. The next day. You spent the whole night with that new partner of yours, right, Hop? You two getting on alright? Understanding one another? Maybe even built up a little bit of love? Of course I have, Lee. Elizabeth's made fast friends with her Grookey, too. Then listen up, new trainers. Believe in yourself and your Pokémon. If you trust in one another and carry on battling side by side long enough, then someday you might even become worthy rivals for me, the unbeatable champion. And you're looking at her for... What are you looking at her for, Lee? I'm the one who'll be coming to challenge you. If you think Elizabeth might be able to challenge you, then I guess she's my first rival. But I'm not planning to lose to her and miss out on my chance to beat the unbeatable champion. Just having a Pokémon with me doesn't make you... Just having a Pokémon with you doesn't make you a real trainer, you know. Proper trainers raise their Pokémon up to be first-rate in battle, too. And if you think you're worthy of calling yourself... and you think you're worthy of calling yourself such a proper trainer already, Hop? Guess I'll be the judge of that. Let's see how you handle yourself in a battle against your friend if she's up to it. What do you say? Willing and ready to take Hop on in your first ever Pokémon battle? Well, it doesn't matter. Either way, he's going to make me do it. Do those two things, and I'm certain you'll learn to choose the moves that suit your Pokémon, and more importantly, to have a champion time battling with them. Looks like everything's on board. Looks like everyone's on board. Pokémon and trainers alike? Then let's do this. I've watched every match that Lee's ever had. I've read every book and magazine he left behind at home, too. I know exactly what to do in order to win. Then why did you choose the starter that has a type disadvantage against mine? Uh-oh, battery's dying. See you later, kiddies. Got two partners with me. Okay, so... Our options are Scratch and Growl, so not really that much. I don't know why he gets two Pokemon in the first battle. I mean, the Wooloo isn't hard to take down, but it's still kind of unfair. Oh, he has two, and I've only got one. It's like me being a boxer with only one arm against the guy with two arms, or three arms. I wonder if that would even be a thing, a one-armed boxer. Go! Okay, so that's that one down, and it didn't do very much damage to me, so now I'll level up and learn a type move that I can use to one or two shot the Sobble. No, the Sobble that he added. I love Branch Poke, because you can just picture him going, poke, doink, doink. Come on, Branch Poke! Pound? Oh no. What am I gonna do? I know, I'm gonna poke it with a stick. Super effective! Did you already know about type advantages? Well, yeah, it's kind of obvious. If you've played any Pokemon game, it's kind of obvious. Yes, we are victorious. Because this game is pretty easy, but it's also amazing. That's kind of why I decided to do a half-luck on this game instead of like a more challenging one, because I'd probably suck on a harder game. So this is a good way to, you know, test the waters and kind of ease myself into the whole experience. Well, that was a shock. Guess I know why Lee thought he should give you a Pokemon too. You and your Pokemon all fought hard. Made me almost want to let out Charizard and join in on all the fun. Yeah, that would have been fair. Good effort out there, Grookey. Why don't I get you all sorted out? Gee, thanks. And Elizabeth, you've got a real promise. In fact, I've got a favor to ask you. Be a real rival to Hop, would you? Push him and make the both of you stronger. I already want to get stronger and stronger. You've seen me battle now, Lee, so come on, you've got to let me take on the Pokemon gyms. You? Join the gym challenge? You think you're ready for the single greatest competition in the Galar region? Well, how else are you going to get better? Not putting the cart before the Rapidash there, little brother. If that's really what you want to do, you two have a whole lot you need to learn about Pokemon. Especially your friend Elizabeth, before you think about getting gym badges. Best to think about getting a Pokédex. A trainer's Pokédex helps them learn lots of things about all the Pokemon out there, including their strengths. But it's more than just a collection of data, you know. It's a record of a trainer's love and passion for Pokemon training. Right, we get it. Pokédexes then, we're on it. Looks like it's off to the Pokemon Research Lab for you and me, Elizabeth. That's the kind of enthusiasm a trainer needs. I'll let the professor know to expect you. I'm going to be the next champion, so completing a simple Pokédex will be nothing. Just another page in the tale of my legend. You'd probably bet... What? You'd better go tell your mom that you're heading out then. See, that doesn't make sense. You'd probably better? That's like the same word. Except the grammar is wrong. Like, he could say, you should probably go tell your mom, but you'd probably better go tell your mom doesn't make sense. And I noticed that they use mum, M-U-M, because that is very, very British. Ah, yes, and we do have Ringo here, so what we need to do is give him a marking, because it's gonna be awesome. So let's give him... Oops, hang on, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. So we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna give him the marking right there. Let's see, overgrow, that's typical. Special defense is lowered, defense is high. So far, so good. Okay, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna move branch poke there. Gentle by nature, but it likes to thrash about. That doesn't make sense. They counteract each other. You can't be gentle and then enjoy thrashing around. Alright, so there's that. Oh yeah, I can't open the boxes yet. I was gonna say that we should go ahead and make the dead box now, but it doesn't let you do that this early in the game. Oh well. Crash! Elizabeth, did you hear that just now? Yes. Yes, I did. The gate's open, and the Wooloo that was there. It was tackling the fence pretty hard earlier. You don't think it actually broke through there, do you? Well, 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 this is an unpleasant turn of events. What has happened to the Wooloo? Has it gone into the dangerous Pokemon-infested area of the Slumbering Weld? Stay tuned for the next episode of Game On to see for yourselves. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you're looking forward to the rest of the playthrough, and I'll see you guys some other time in the near future with another episode. Peace out, and as always, Game On. See ya!